Welcome, greetings to Old Drunken Discography. I'm your host, Jason. With me is Tim
With the new fancy intro.
and Bill,
Salutations.
and we are talking Mötley Crüe, 1994 Mötley Crüe. We are a playlist link channel, sort us by playlist. You can watch all our Mötley Crüe videos in a row. You can also find the other bands we covered pretty easily: Def Leppard, Talking Heads, Black Sabbath. A lot of good shit down there. Each week, one of us picks an artist to bring to the table. This is Bill's pick. He picked Mötley Crüe. Last week I picked Green Jello, so go check that out. So now we're in the 90s.
Yeah. Released a month before the end of Nirvana. Like, I think the same week that the Rome incident happened.
That's probably why I don't remember it. I was
Yeah.
busy thinking
Yeah.
about other things.
Yeah. Putting this in the context of everything. Yes, it comes out like 3 weeks before they find Kurt Cobain's body. Um, they had signed at the time, what was one of the biggest contracts with a major label in history. They re-signed with Elektra Records for $25 million, and it was a big deal. And then I don't know if either of you guys have seen the movie or read the book, The Dirt.
This is also
The
the whole
movie,
Pamela Anderson, Tommy Lee. Like, they were back in
that's
the
the start of
spotlight.
it. This is the
Yeah.
start of it. Yes. But yeah, Vince is gone. This is one of two albums. I'm not counting the John 5 stuff that might come out or the last notable release EP we're going to cover. This is only one of two albums that doesn't feature an original member. This one being the one with Vince gone. Um, and yeah, the musical climate of '94 was very anti '80s band. Um, yes, they signed this contract with Elektra, but then Elektra changed management, who very famously went after any hard rock band on the label and kind of sabotaged their careers. Um, and yeah, we were kind of, right before we hit the record button there, we were talking about the singles, and yeah, Misunderstood was one. It's not necessarily like a good single for '94. you know, doesn't necessarily scream like, good. Um, so yeah, this is definitely an interesting point. And, in the early '90s, a lot of these '80s bands switched singers. It was a trend there for a hot minute, and Mötley Crüe were definitely a part of it. The guy they got, John Corabi, again, if you've only seen the movie, they just gloss over this and really focus on the relationship with Vince. In the book, though, they go well into this. This is a really weird period where, I mean, since the last album, the whole Nirvana revolution happened. Bob Rock, who is back for this album, this being his first real big post Black Album production. So everything that started with Dr. Feelgood that got perfected on Metallica's Black Album is being brought here. And just again, overall, the production on this thing is really gnarly, not only for Mötley Crüe, but for '94. There is a heaviness to this that is kind of shocking in this discography. Um, Strong Alice in Chains influence that happened to a lot of metal bands, including Metallica, going back to their load reload era. That's just full of Alice in Chains, influence. You can definitely feel it here. You can hear the Pearl Jam. You can hear the Soundgarden. You can, You can also hear the Ministry and like the Nine Inch Nails kind of creeping into what Mötley Crüe's trying to do, and that's going to set up the stage for a conversation that I really want to have on the next album, um, and that we kind of alluded to in the Nickelback series because we did listen to the Nickelback albums and ranked those. So if you're inclined, go back and check out those episodes. But obviously, there are trends in music. And some bands chase those trends, some bands lead those trends. You can argue Mötley Crüe was leading the trend in the 80s.
But chasing
and,
in the 90s.
and they're kind of chasing it with this album. That being said, I can also see so universally panned by critics upon release. The fans hated it. Nobody took this album seriously. This thing disappeared without a trace. Yeah, this thing was a complete flop. Fun story about that. The tour is actually the tour that broke a new band at the time called Typo Negative. We've also covered that discography way back when. You should go back and check that out. So yeah, I could like the positives to this album is, I mean, the biggest positive is you don't have Vince singing. Like he's always been the weakest link in Mötley Crüe. That weak link is only going to get weaker as we go forward.
Hold up, we lost Bill. I think you offended Bill. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Oh, did we lose him?
He's back.
Yes, you did. God damn it! Fucking touched me deep in my soul, in my gut, in my bowels, in my loins. Fucking everything got touched there.
Oh
man! Did I get all the way down to the cockles?
I said the groin. I don't know how much. I mean, do you want to go lower than that?
I think the cockles are above that, but
he hit that urethra.
Oh, no. Fuck that. No.
We won't be talking about no UTIs at Mötley Crüe in the same sentence here.
We will when we get to Blink-182, though.
Well, again, we're going to have that trend conversation.
Processed cheese.
Getting into the album proper here, like, I think Power to the Music is, like, a pretty strong opener. Like, as far as, like, a statement, like, this is the new Mötley Crüe. It's a new decade. It's a new singer. It's heavy. The production is, like, ridiculously good on this album. And it's funny. So this is generally the most hated album in Mötley Crüe's discography because it doesn't have Vince. And then you compare it to another Bob Rock creation, which was Metallica's Saint Anger, which is their most hated because of the production. It's interesting how, like, it doesn't matter what you do, if it's, like, ridiculously good or ridiculously bad. If it's just out at the wrong time, it's out at the wrong time.
Well, so...
And I think it's interesting that Bob Rock's been involved in a couple of those albums now.
This was definitely a wrong time. Because what this album does is it alienates everybody. It alienates the Mötley Crüe fans who grew up with the 80s stuff because they're expecting that. Right. But they changed it to sound... They're chasing that Nirvana Seattle sound, but at the same time,
completely against Mötley Crüe to begin with.
Right, us, that generation was like, "Fuck Mötley Crüe and their girls shit." So that you've alienated us already. So this album was just like Poison's.
It was just doomed to begin with.
And it was just doomed.
And then that new management is purposely like not promoting it. And not doing the work to like actually like get people hyped about it. That sometimes they do,
Oh, that
like,
all those the whole industry.
Taylor Swift album coming out.
The whole industry tilted its head at Seattle. The radio, MTV, all of it. They just dropped those 80s bands
too. Yeah, like Uncle Jack. That song just screams Alice in Chains. Hooligan's Holiday was the leadoff single, and it's not bad. Honestly, if you put it up against any of the previous singles they've had, it's a wild side. It's a live wire. It's up there. It's a pretty badass song.
Interesting.
But it's also just kind of there.
Okay.
It's not great. It's not a great song. But as far as Mötley Crüe goes, like, I'm not expecting much better.
We should have went back and forth 3-way on this album.
I mean, it's not too late. You guys want to jump in? You want to catch up and jump in?
I can go track by track.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Catch up and jump in. I'm on Misunderstood.
Power to the music. You know, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going in. It's like his balls finally dropped. Now, at this point, I didn't realize it was a different singer. It didn't rock as hard, but it wasn't bad. It was a little Stone Temple Pilot in places, but it was okay. Uncle Jack, this is when I was like, okay, that's not Vince. And I looked it up. Come on now. Vince was Uncle Jack. Maybe the new guy's taking a shot at him. I don't know. I do find it hilarious that all those 80s bands that just copied the 70s during the 80s got their asses kicked by the bands in the 90s who were also just copying the 70s.
Yeah.
But they did it.
I can't wait till we get to that 70s grinder.
Yeah. And then Hooligan's Holiday. You know what? Points for the song title and the lyrics. It's so goofy. It's funny. Again, it's very start and stop STP like guitar. And even Tommy's drums like seemed dumbed down compared to the 80s.
Which there's a statement in and of itself.
Well, I mean, the 90s, like, grunge is grunge. Or, you know, the 90s...
Sure, but dumbed down Tommy Lee.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could argue... Yeah.
Bill, do you want to jump in on a 3-way, or do you want us to just go back and forth, and then you clean it up?
I won't say any more to finish that sentence. Yeah, I'll jump in. Power to the music, not what I was expecting. So this album, I was completely blind to. Like, I knew nothing about going
Surprise,
into this.
surprise.
They buried this album. This is the album they, like, don't want people to know about.
You know, that being said, it started off with, like, holy shit, like, this actually, like, sounds, like, heavy. Like, let's say Alice in Chains was brought up. Like, this is, like, all right, I can get behind this new sound. Like,
yeah, you can hear that Black Album guitar tone creeping into mixed sound.
Like, and obviously, so I had heard Generation Swine before this, but I'm like, okay, like, why the fuck? I mean, not to go too far in advance, but like, why the fuck did they keep with this sound? God damn, like, this was actually like,
well, the trends changed. The trends changed in the 90s.
Well, and when we get to the end of this 3-way here, I'm gonna like bring us back to that point. That's part of my closing argument.
Okay.
So after that, we've got Uncle Jack, which I thought potentially top song contender. Honestly, like, I thoroughly enjoyed the guitar tone, the vocals. I thought were really damn good. Like, holy shit! Like, I'm enjoying it. Hooligan's Holiday, you mentioned that was a single.
Yep.
I want to say I was surprised. Like, I could see why it would be the single. Again, for me,
yeah, you can hear it.
Typically, for me, I'm really good at picking out singles, but like, I don't think
I mean, you can hear it though. They're definitely chasing 92.
Yeah, they're chasing 92, but by 94. There was a shift.
You can hear it.
Basket Case was on the fucking radio.
It's not as bad as Def Leppard's Slang, where they were 5 years behind. Like, Mötley Crüe is literally, they're 2 years behind with this album, really.
Right.
Buddy Holly, Sabotage, Offspring, Self-Esteem.
Well, I'm going to get to Green Day on another album coming up here. So.
But, I mean, Hooligan's Holiday, if that was a solid song, I see why it would have been a single. I see that would have been their attempt to get, but like, it's not the one I would have picked for a single, though.
Nobody played it. It
Yeah,
flopped.
It wasn't. It was not too bad, honestly. It's
but
not too bad.
it was still it was say exactly. It was I thought it was a solid song actually. Like I'm enjoying this you know Alice in Chains more like heavy riff like just
Yeah.
a lot just like rock is what I'm hearing like a lot of going on here. Like I've been enjoying it. And then Misunderstood, I need to talk about to catch up.
Well, I
Potential
don't.
top
Nobody's
song.
talked about that yet, so you'd be kicking
Oh,
it off.
well,
But
I'll
go
kick that
ahead.
one off. I'll kick that one
Yeah,
off real
go ahead.
quick. Potential top song contender. I actually really enjoyed the flow. I enjoyed the lyrics, the melody, the whole 9 yards. I actually, if you had told me that was the lead off single, it would be like, okay, that
That
makes
was the
sense. Like,
second single. Yeah.
okay, hey, I nailed one.
Yep.
My note says it starts out simple, or it was simple, but it started out pretty. It wasn't bad, but again, you went from girls, girls, girls to getting your ass kicked by these 90s more feminist, socially aware PC songs. So now you're trying to jump on that trend. It just falls flat and insecure. You missed the point. You got old, and the kids stopped listening to you and started rebelling against you.
I like that take. My notes just say no thanks.
Ooh.
I guess I'll start off Love Shine.
Okay.
Jimmy Page called he wants his riff back. The drums were good, though, when they were there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ripping off a Jimmy Page riff, like, I mean, that's not. There's a hell of a lot worse
Yeah,
riffs you could be
nobody's
ripping
done that
off.
before. Yeah.
At that
I
point, just
I
fucking
thought,
throw on Zeppelin, man. What the fuck?
well, yeah, but it's 94. I mean,
We were listening to more Zeppelin in '94 than we were Mötley Crüe. Trust me.
Yeah, that is
I can
true.
believe it, but I mean, you know, again, I mean, part of doing the show just because we're getting the discography like in context with each album after another, it's like, okay, like this is
It's a
it was a
change of pace
fun
for
rocking
sure.
song.
It's a
Yeah,
change
like
of pace.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Which one are we on? Love Shine?
Yeah.
Yeah, hated it.
Uh, that one on my notes is another no thanks.
All right. Well, your turn, Tim, to kick us off with Poison Apples.
Poison Apples, okay. Again, like the production on this album is pretty interesting. And for Motley Crue, this could be the best they've ever sounded. But ultimately, this is just a boring Motley Crue rock song that could have been on Girls, Girls, Girls. They do sound inspired on this album, though, including on this track. So it's better than anything on Girls, 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 where they don't even sound inspired. They're just going through the motions on that album. This one they do. They sound like they're having fun. They're being creative. The songs have a flavor, but ultimately it's 1994 Motley Crue. I don't think that's what anybody wants.
So so I'll follow it up, and then Jason, you can follow up next time if that's okay. So the one thing that I don't want to say I want to contradict on, but like I want to like
Oh
counterpoint
yeah, no, let's
almost.
get into it.
Like
Yeah.
I like that you I don't want to say I like, but like so you mentioned having it on Girls Girls Tools, and like you know what? I could see why, but like the sound on this album just doesn't fit, I feel like, with
Oh
really
yeah, no, I mean the
anything
sound here
prior.
again, it's probably the best they've ever sounded. And so
Yeah.
that's gonna add a nice condiment to all the songs that make
Yeah.
them better than they are.
Yep. And and I definitely and if I'm thinking about this wrong, by all means tell me I'm wrong. But like so talk about like more like the song like structure and like what they're singing and like doing that would fit more on Girls, 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 right? And like make that
Yeah, yeah, it's a paint
okay.
by numbers Motley Crue song.
Yeah. Okay. That's so yeah, so yeah, I agree
But
with that.
again, they're bringing
Disagree.
like the production brings something to this recording.
Yes. Yep.
But
Let's say
ultimately,
because
yeah, like the song it's dancing on glass.
yeah, but it's better. Like the sound and
Right.
everything. Like it's just. inherently better.
It's like rainbow colored Captain Crunch.
The fuck?
Man, don't shit on rainbow colored Captain Crunch. That's the
Dude,
good
fuck
shit.
Captain Crunch, man. That's the worst cereal ever, dude.
See, this was perfect. The
No,
perfect metaphor.
no,
Yes, fuck Captain Crunch. I'll
dude.
stand by that.
I like me some Captain Crunch.
No, let's fucking cut your
But
gums. Fucking.
ultimately, there's nothing there. Ultimately, it's not healthy for you.
My only notes say I just don't understand what they're saying here. Are they saying it's a disgrace to listen to them? Just find some faith. Is that a Bon Jovi reference? I'm so
Well, you can
confused.
also look at Poison Apple. We're still on Poison Apples, right?
Poison.
Yeah.
Oh
They're
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah. Poison
apples.
apples. Yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking about fucking. Ooh, let
I
me tell
mean,
you what you want.
you can see where this leads into the whole dirt thread, where now they're just writing songs about what they used to do.
But saying that,
And
I
we're going to
did.
get a whole album about that, and a movie, and a movie
Well,
soundtrack, and
I
all
don't
this
know
shit.
about all
So,
that. I ain't made it that far. But I didn't mind Poison Apples. It wasn't anything better or worse than anything else they've ever done. It was mid.
right.
So I think it's my turn to go first in this weird taking turns leading three-way.
Yeah, hey, go with Hammered, I
Um,
think we're on.
yeah, we're on Hammered. So this this is where it's like holy Stone Temple Pilots for me. Um, like it's again just that real like heavy like start, like just the whole intro sequence is like, all right, yep, STP through and through. Here we are.
We
Um,
fucking did it.
which I don't I don't mind Stone Temple Pilots. I mean, we've talked about a couple times, brought them up here and there,
Tim's a
album of the
hater.
decade and everything else. But I mean, honestly, like it, I don't think it's bad. I think I like Poison Apples better than it, though. I'll say this. Maybe a little point thus far for me is Hammered, but like it's not. For me, I wouldn't say it's bad though at this point. Like I am enjoying this Motley Crue album.
Hot take. The vocals on the bridge was the best I think I've heard in the entire discography. He did some lower pitches that was really damn good on this song. The vocals on Hammered, good shit.
You see where the conundrum is.
Yeah,
Like, where it could be their best thing they ever did, but
I
it's
got no
also like
ties
it's
to
also the
Vince.
weirdest thing they ever did. So
I mean, it would beg the question, say again, not to derail this conversation anymore, but like, what if we ignored the fact that this came out in '94?
You can't. It sounds like
I,
94.
I, I, I know, but like you get what
It
I'm
sounds like
saying though, right?
92.
Like yeah, like
well,
let's say it came
I
out in
will say
'92,
that
and let's say
time
it
has
wasn't.
been kind to this album. There are definitely years where this, the sound of this holds up.
I mean, and then
It holds up
again,
just as
except
well as "And I Feel Time Waste Away." It holds up just as well as STP.
I'd, I'd say it's I'd say almost holds up just as the guy who wasn't
No,
alive
I
when
wouldn't
this
say
guy
better.
came out. I mean, because
Yeah, no, this is
honestly,
cool. I'm in high school worshiping, music, and
Okay,
so I'm
let's
all about it.
let's get through with this, and then we'll get to our final because I
Yeah,
got some
yeah,
shit to
okay,
say on
yeah,
that. I got to retouch on
yeah.
that.
okay.
Till death do us part. Why is this guy singing to us like we're supposed to know who he is in 1994?
Because Nikki Sixx wrote the lyrics. My notes for that one
Oh,
my notes just say, meh, it's there.
Thought it was a solid follow up after Hammered. I felt it got back on the right path.
welcome to the Numb. This sounded like a cross between Pump Aerosmith and Old Motley Crue. It wasn't bad, surprisingly, and that harmonica, the "I don't want to be a part of your motherfucking machine" line and delivery, sold top song contender.
Yeah, That's interesting. You throw Pump in there. I got it. It definitely feels like it could Dr. Feelgood.
I wrote Permanent Vacation, and as the song went on, I was like, no, this is like 89 Aerosmith.
Which was Dr. Feelgood, yeah, and they're cross pollinating in the studio. They're definitely on the same page there, so that makes sense. Yeah,
I really enjoyed the guitar again. Sound I'm still sold. Like thumbs up.
Mick Mars forever, man. Mick Mars forever.
Smoke the Sky? Well, Smoke My Hoochie. I can think of 100 better pro weed songs, but whatever. It's better than some of their past topics. I can get behind that little breakdown part. Bang them heads, shake those rails.
I actually really like the guitar tone on it. The riff is pretty badass. Especially on this album, like we've had a couple clunkers in a row that again, the sound is there, but I don't know if the songs are. And I think this one kind of brings like, okay, no, we still got a little bit left in the tank. So I'm gonna go with Smoke the Sky, top song contender.
All right, so I'm trying to think again. Mean this with biggest heart and love. Fuck you, Tim. All right, Black Sabbath. What was the album right before this? Was Dehumanizer, right?
Uh Dehumanizer was 92, yeah. And then
Okay.
what? Yeah, what came out after that
Because
was
Forbidden was 95,
Fear?
wasn't it?
Forbidden was 95.
So,
And what
yeah,
was before that?
Dehumanizer.
Fear? Or was it
Because whatever it was, goddamn, this
cross
song
purposes?
reminded me
Cross
of Black
purposes was
Sabbath.
90, cross purposes was 94.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. And Cross Purposes, if I remember right, that was the one that we all had all very low on our
Yes.
lists.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's
This
probably
song
the
sounds like it belonged on that album. Yes.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
smoke my hoochie, you motherfucker.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Dropping Like Flies, still very Alice in Temple Pilots meets Aerosmith.
Uh, Another one for me that falls in the no thank you category.
I'd be more on the Jason side with this. Dropping Like Flies, I actually kind of enjoyed the melody. I felt the feel, like definitely that Alice in Chains vibe. I got more than anything else. I like Alice in Chains. Go check out Album of the Decade series. I shoved dirt. Well, I didn't shove dirt into the grinder, but Tripod made the grinder. Um,
And Dirt, I believe, was there. Like, it's
Dirt, but
definitely
does
a
it
winner. It
say Dirt
changed
was
the
my
game.
top
Like,
10?
everybody tried to sound like Dirt after that thing came out.
Uh, yeah, I'd say Drop It Like Flies.
Alternative
Another
bands, metal bands, punk bands. It was like, whoa.
top
Drift,
song
top song contender?
for Drop It Like Flies.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Not a steal. Drift Away. It's fine. It happened. Just a slower pitter patter closing track.
Yeah, I think it's kind of boring, honestly.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Drift Away. This is where I would I liked it more than Hammered, but it was not a solid closer.
Right. Well, and so that's where I think this album really gets interesting. Now that we've gone through it, obviously it's the one without Vince. So I can totally see the argument where that makes it automatically the best one they've ever done, you know? And it's super heavy, like the gnarly bass tone, the drums are in your face. It takes everything that the Black Album perfected, and Bob Rock takes all that experience into this album to just make a huge, bombastic, in your face, quality album. And the band sounds like they want to really get into it and, try new things and really expand. It sounds like they want to grow. But ultimately, it's kind of boring.
Okay, well, you keep using that Metallica reference with the Black Album, and yeah,
well, I do think there's
parallels.
5-year period where you get Dr. Feelgood, the Black Album, and this, and that is what. And Bob Rock did all three. And so, if you're looking at it from a Bob Rock perspective, and I mean, Dr. Feelgood, it's still probably their best-selling album. The Black Album is Dark Side of the Moon, and then this thing flops.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's that far up.
I mean, it's close. It's second.
It's
Okay, yeah,
up there.
sales wise, yeah, quality
It's the
wise,
Black
no.
Album. Yeah, it's the Black Album.
But
I
again,
have the
another
Black Album.
so
single album that they still play constantly.
you're looking at the Bob Rock aspect. I'm looking at like the cultural aspect of it. Whereas Metallica entered the '90s, what they did with the '80s was still fucking cool.
Right.
With the kids. So when they entered the
Right.
'90s, the kids accepted Metallica. Whereas Mötley
Right.
Crüe, what they did in the '80s was just shallow '80s
Questionable
kick in
at
the
best.
nuts. Yes.
Yeah.
That's everything the '90s was against. So I think
Right.
Mötley Crüe was rejected from the '90s, like Poison, like Cinderella, like
Sure.
Def Leppard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas Metallica was
Yeah.
accepted.
Warrant,
Saying that,
Winger. Yeah.
I think I have the dot, so I think I can talk.
Good luck.
Yeah, let's get into it. Closing arguments. Feel free to guess away if you want.
I do think Mötley Crüe pulled off the '90s better than a Def Leppard or what.
Well, we're
Poison
comparing
did.
it to fucking slang.
Yeah,
That's what we're
yeah,
comparing it
it's-
to.
it's
This
yeah.
is better than slang.
Oh yeah. Well,
I think it's better than what Cinderella did in the '90s. It sure as
Well, and
fuck
so
better.
I think it's interesting too because here they are trying to enter a new decade with a new approach, a new singer, trying to like bring something fresh. And so you have to commend them for that, right? Like they do. They want to move forward with their career. But the fans say no.
Yeah, their career is just copying what's popular on the radio, though.
And you're going to see that for the rest of this career, where not only are they trying to copy whatever's popular at the time of the release, but they're also just trying to do those first couple albums that people still like.
There's always the Euphoria record.
Yeah, well, and that's going to be the rest of this catalog in direct response to
this album failing.
this album not working.
Yeah. God, why did I have the dot on this one? Fuck me.
they gave you the low ball on the last one.
No, you.
That's
didn't
right.
think-
I gave you.
You
Theater
didn't
of
think that
Pain.
far ahead. Come on.
Cerebral.
You've had the low bar. Everyone's had the low bar. This is where it gets.
What do you mean?
spicy.
I had Dr. fucking Feelgood.
That's
Yeah,
a low-
this bar
that's a
is
low
not
bar.
very high to begin with. So
We're playing limbo with a fucking 20-foot
Yeah.
pole.
yeah.
Hey, still gotta get under it.
I think Tim's gonna have. I don't know. Is everybody having it at the bottom?
No.
I do not.
Okay.
I do not
God,
I
either.
have the hot take with
You
this album.
fuckers. God damn it. This is where
What
we
do you
say
have it at?
We don't know each other's picks. We're gonna be hated on YouTube.
The dot means somebody's got to guess where we're putting it. based on
I'm
the
supposed to be the
information.
Mötley Crüe asshole, you fuckers.
Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah.
what's good is good and what it's not is not. I don't know what else to say.
I'm putting it at number 4.
You like Theater of Pain better?
I like the first half of Theater Pain better. The color code will tell all, Bill. Don't you worry. We haven't left the same color. I think Tim has it above Girls.
Yes,
You got it above Theater too,
yes,
and Dr. Feelgood.
yes. I know it's a hot take, and I can even see the argument.
I'm
for being
supposed to
hot.
have the hot take. God damn it. We're gonna be hated. Number 4. It's not better than the first fucking album. You're not
It's
stupid.
not better than the first album, no.
No, I'm asking Bill.
But it's the best thing they've done since the first album.
That's
minus
true.
Shout at
Yeah,
the Devil.
that's true. Okay.
What are you doing?
God damn it, Bill. This is your band. Mötley Crüe fans, this was Bill's pick. So
Damn right it was. And you know
let
what? And
him
I
know.
said going in,
I got the Crüe.
going in, as I said, I hadn't heard this album going into this.
I'm fucking done.
I had no idea what this album was or anything else.
We're just trolling at this point. We're gonna get called trolls.
I'm not. I'm straight up
That's
legitimate.
the thing with this album. It is surprisingly good. It's like, especially for a Mötley Crüe catalog, you're like, this is a left field thing that, like whoa.
It's just a fucking. It's just bullshit, like grunge ripped off light. Like, it's just a rip off.
Would you expect anything else from Mötley Crüe?
That doesn't make it good, though.
Well, Color Code will tell all. We're not saying it's good. We're just saying it's the best thing they've put out since Shout at the Devil.
Well, no, Bill's going higher. What the fuck are you doing?
I could see the argument.
It's your number one.
No, Vince. That automatically gives it points.
Jesus Christ! Why do we even do this, Bill? You're not picking a fucking band ever again. You are debarred from picking artists for us.
At least until we do the Beatles, right?
No, he's not even picking that. I'm not even giving him credit for that. I'm picking the goddamn Beatles.
Because I found an album I like better.
Better than what?
Shout at the Devil.
Yes, as the Mötley Crüe fan, yes, you are wrong.
And as a former Mötley Crüe fan, I want to throw out that, like, yeah, here Bill comes in and he had no idea about this album. Because Mötley Crüe does not want you to know about this album.
No one wants you to know about this album.
Like,
I enjoyed it's pretty good.
Listen, I enjoyed
It's
the
not
sound.
good, though. It's not.
It is for them.
Okay. Yeah.
I genuinely enjoyed the sound of it. Like, I was so pleasantly surprised by the sound and everything.
I guess
like,
so.
Shit. Like,
somebody who wasn't there, I guess it's a cultural or a generational thing.
And as somebody who was there and remembers it and has, gone back to sound many times over the years, because I was never really a fan of it. I had definitely moved on from Mötley Crüe by '94.
Well, yeah.
And yeah, this did nothing to bring me back into the fold. But over the years, yeah, there's a lot to appreciate here.
Like, I don't know if it's the rock aspect, but like, I just enjoyed like the sounds I was hearing on it, and everything else was like, holy shit! Like, this was like I've gone back to this album more than the other albums up to this point.
Oh man!
Just because like, holy, like I didn't expect it. I listened to it, I'm like, damn, like this was actually.
Wait till you hear Stone Temple Pilots' Core, man. It's gonna blow your shit away.
I've listened to Core. Didn't I? Wasn't Core the one I had in the grind?
Self-titled versus Stone Temple Pilots' Core. I'm taking Mötley Crüe self-titled.
Well, you can if you want. I'm taking Core. It's. Well, you know what?
Let's go.
It's the same.
Flush again. I'm sorry.
I never want to hear whatever track was on this. I've already forgot it. I threw my notes away.
Well, that's forgivable. That's understandable. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same fucking band. They're both just LA bands ripping off Seattle. So.
Shout out to '94.
Yep. Oh, okay. Well, stick around. We're jumping again. We're jumping around. We're up to Generation Swine next. Maybe some hot takes here. If you're a Mötley Crüe fan, let us know in the comments down below. Eat us up. We're probably the only dumbasses on YouTube that have Mötley Crüe self-titled in first, third, and fourth place. Let us have it. If you are a fan of Mötley Crüe self-titled, leave us a comment down below and say, fuck yeah, finally somebody recognizes the brilliance. Oh, I got to read my final notes.
Well, and as you pull those up, I'm going to throw out that since 1994, that this has been John Corabi's career. Hey, you guys know I was on a Mötley Crüe album, right?
My final notes say, hot take. John, best Mötley Crüe vocalist so far? Is it a good album? No, not really. Is it a good Mötley Crüe album? Well, again, no, not really. But it did sing about being a PDF file, so it wins points for that. Number 4. Because at least
that just made sense to me.
that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. Color code will tell all.
It's definitely here.
Color code will tell all.
And I'll throw it out here. I'll probably throw it out in future episodes too. I own the dirt. I've read that book numerous times. It is entertaining, but these are not good people.
No. If I found this on vinyl, though, I'd pick it up because I bet it's rare as shit.
This is one that they are trying to hide, and
I bet it's rare as shit.
Currently out of print. If you can find any copy of it, I do recommend picking it up.
Yeah.
This is one to own if you're in it at all interested in, albums nobody wants to listen to.
Yeah. Number 1, Mötley Crüe album. Let's go. Be safe, make good decisions.
And then you go a little woo, and then a little whoop, 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 and then it's all, and then you're ready to go again.
Yo, come back now. Are you here?